Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be reviewing this little Game Boy style 601 NES handheld emulator. On the front we have the X, Y, A, B buttons, a return button to go back to the main menu, your start, select, and your D directional pad. On the top we have, off to the left, the power switch. In the middle, USB charging port, and off to the far right is your AV audio video plug to connect it to a TV or monitor. And on the side we have our volume dial. So this little Game Boy style handheld NES emulator is available on quite a few Chinese websites. I picked this one up from AliExpress for $13, shipped free. It's hard to pass that up. So I'm not having that. I didn't have that high expectations for it, but it works really, really well. I think it's certainly worth $13. Now you can see in the background I got Rush in Attack, the classic NES game. As far as I can tell, all the games look to be NES, Nintendo Entertainment System games, but I've not gone through the entire list. There's 800 games installed in here. Now there could be duplicates. That's not uncommon with these systems. But they listed as 800. I see 601, 300. You'll see different numbers listed for these consoles whenever you look for them online. As you guys saw, the A, B, X, Y buttons here, they seem to function nice, and they press down and have rather nice response to them. Your R here is to return back to the main menu. Your start and select, all those function fine. The D-pad though is a little clunky, and when I played some of these games, especially if you're going diagonally or something, it's not super. I can go off the wrong way, so it's not super accurate, but it's not terrible by any means. Your volume over here, this goes quite loud. You just dial up on it, and we'll go all the way up on the sound. We'll see if we get some sound. Yeah, we do. That's all the way up, and it's quite loud. We're not getting too much sound here in the demo, but it goes pretty loud on this little guy. I'm going to turn it back down. Your speaker is located here by my right thumb. I'll turn it back down so we're not having to talk over that. So I'll go back to the main menu by pressing that R button, and that takes you back to the main screen. You'll see this main screen whenever you power it up as well. It'll go straight to that screen, and every time you have to select between Chinese or English, go on to English, press start, and here's your list of 800 games. Now, if I want to go backwards, I can press up and you can see 800 is 5 chess, MotoGP, Tank Defense. Like I said, there's 800 games listed. But unfortunately, you can't really, at least I've not figured out any way to actually jump or shortcut through this. If you got a game in the 200 or 300 or 400s, you just scroll all the way through this list every time you power it on to find that game. Now thankfully, as you saw, you can go backwards. So if you have a game in the 500s, you can just go backwards to it, and you have to scroll through 500 plus games to get to it. But it's those games in the middle hundreds, you have to scroll and scroll using the D-pad to get through it. That's a really unfortunate design for this little handheld emulator. So on the top, as you guys saw there a while ago, you've got your power, your micro USB charging port here, and the AV cord connects here, which I'll show you in the packaging here. They give you this AV cable here, so this plugs into that right here, and then that allows you to connect it to, for some reason I went back to the main menu there, but that lets you connect it to a TV using your RCA connections. They call this, your yellow is your video, and your red would be for your mono right audio. So let's go back into the game list. And then they give you a micro USB charging cable to charge this up. I'll show you the battery here in just a moment. And you get a certificate or your user manual, which you're going to need a magnifying glass to read this. It's very small if you're older like me and your eyes are getting old, but yeah, it just covers the basics. And what looks like a certificate is actually saying, "My dear, thanks for your business. Hope you enjoy our gift." And they give you this little, looks like a 3D printed stand, which I was using at the beginning of the video here. Unfortunately, the area that this would sit in is not large enough to where if you just put this on here and barely bump it, it falls off, it slides off. So unfortunately, but more than just a very delicate display, you can't use this to actually play without holding your hands on it. it will not stay in its spot. It will slide off and fall onto your table. But you could use it as a display if you can set it on a spot where there's no vibrations. You know, if you live somewhere where there's a lot of vibrations, or you live in a railroad track or something, it's going to constantly be falling off this. But it does feel like it's sort of almost like a 3D print or something that they included with this. But you know, it's still a nice little added touch. For the battery, that's located in the rear here. Let's take the compartment off. And it's a lithium-ion pack, and this is a 1020 milliamp hour 1S LiPo. Put that back in there, and let's get it powered back up again. So we'll go back into the menu. Let's just go play a couple of games, let you guys see. Let's just do the first one, Super Mario Brothers. Let's turn the sound up a little bit, and we're gonna press, let's see if we press A or start. All right, start. Oh, it seems the emulator okay. I've not played Mario Brothers much in a long time, so I'm probably gonna stink at it. And you have the B like a super jump, and A is a normal jump. Now, it's been so long since I played Mario, I don't remember. Obviously you were able to jump up and get these the boxes in the mushroom, and you grow. I don't know if everything's identical in terms of the gameplay, because it's been so long since I played this game. Ooh, got both of them. I think jump up here and get this box. Ooh. There's your turtle. Oh, now it's shrunk back down. Oh. Oh, I didn't make the jump onto the flagpole like I should have. Sounds like, if you guys noticed that, it sounded like the sound emulation got kind of hung up there. Let's just go back to the main menu. Obviously that took us back to the language select again. Not a big deal. Now when you go to Contra, you get presented with this massive list, and I think what this is different like cheats or variations. Like, you know, Contra, one of them says like A30. It may be like some of them have different machine guns you can start out with. Contra was notorious for the ABBA or whatever, the cheat code that gave you 30 lives. So let's just go, you can see the flame gun and different stuff. Let's just do the first one and start out with the regular Contra. And then we'll press, let's see. See, that's the problem. Remember, do you press A, B, or do you press start to get going? Start more often than not is what you use. Oh, geez. Gotta remember what I gotta do here to shoot the gun. Okay, see right there, I was shooting at an angle, even though actually you just hold the button down to shoot. Oh, I fell in the water. Obviously can't jump while we're in the water. Ooh. Oh. Yeah, I know I stink, guys. But I'm also trying to play this, talk, and look at the screen. All right, let's go ahead and just see if we exit out of that. What happens if I press select? I didn't do anything. So pressing the R tends to lots of times take us back to the language selection. You guys saw Russian Attack was running there. There's Tetris, Balloon Fight. Just kind of go through this list. Hopefully this is showing up well enough. There's Ninja Turtles, Tennis, Popeye, Pac-Man. Let's see what Pac-Man looks like. Oh, we gotta press A. See, that's one where you gotta press A in the list to select. But everywhere else you're using start. Good old Pac-Man. You know, this one's more basic, since this is an Atari classic. Ooh, now can we catch the ghosts? Oh. Oh, barely. Yeah, that one actually runs pretty good. So exit out of that one. Let's just go look at, go backwards in the list here and take a look at another one. Everything seems to emulate pretty good, though obviously you can see there was a bit of a mess up with the Super Mario audio at the very end. And this one says Dig Dub is actually Dig Dug. So I can see where language somebody put the wrong thing. As you guys can see, it's Dig It Dug, not Dig It Dub. Go ahead and start this one up. Old Dig Dug. Now this is a 3-inch diagonal screen. It appears to be can't remember how to play Dig Dug. I know you have to like air them up. Oh, I'm gonna get killed. It looks like it's a TFT, so some of the angles, you know, the viewing angles are very, very poor at times. But, you know, you're going to be playing these games straight on, and it's just fine. I really think for $13 or even possibly less, you really can't go wrong with this. I certainly am a fan of it. Alright guys, I think that should show you guys enough on how this little handheld emulator works. Again, it appears to be mostly NES. In fact, it probably is all NES. But since I haven't gone through this whole list, there could be some games or other systems on here that are also 8-bit that it could be on here. I don't know, but it appears to be an NES list. But overall, this is pretty darn good for the price. I have no big gripes or complaints. It is not perfect. In fact, it's far from it in terms of some of the controls. But then again, you're not paying much money. $13 to emulate a Nintendo system is actually pretty darn crazy. So if you're interested in this, I'll include a affiliate link to AliExpress. So if you're interested in this, it'll help out the channel if you purchase it through that link. While you're at it, guys, click that subscribe button. Help out the channel that way too. When you do that, click the bell. That way you're notified every time I do upload new videos. And as always, guys, have a great day.